Going on, everyone? This is the Fantasy Aces podcast where you get all your fantasy football needs. We got a nice show for you today. We're going to be doing another mock draft. This time it's going to be difficult because it's going to be 14 teams, PPR, which means once we get down to those later rounds, guys, it is going to get difficult and hard. We're going to
Maybe
have
for
to
you guys.
flexing on all these rookies that we just don't know about, and he's got them all lined up right now for his late drafts. But I'm your host, Joe Bavalakwa, and with me we got Nate Holleran. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, Joe. How you been?
Pretty good, man. I've been moving in for college. If I feel like I'm tilted, it's because I'm in a slanted room right now. My room is slanted. My bed is slanted. Everything is slanted for me. So I apologize for that. Mike, how are you doing today?
Yeah, can't complain.
Can't complain. I mean, 2 weeks till football. I mean, who's complaining right now? Because I'm definitely not.
Yeah.
It's gonna be exciting, and I really hope it just feels like, the football we've been waiting for. I really feel like it's not going to be awkward. It hasn't been awkward for the NBA playoffs. Mavs, Clippers. That was probably one of the craziest games I've seen in the playoffs for a while, with Luka hitting that three. That was pretty insane. So, I'm glad that, the excitement is still in the NBA playoffs, and, just getting closer to the NFL season really excites me. Mike, recently you just did the Inside the Hashes selection show. Why don't you tell us about that? Like, how did that feel?
Yeah, so it was pretty awesome. I said on there that I didn't want the first overall pick, and I really didn't, because I don't want to be making my second choice at the beginning of the third round. The last pick of the second round. So eighth, I'm in the eighth spot. I feel good about it. I kind of have my 1 through 8 rankings, knowing I'm going to get one of those players, though I doubt that the 7 people ahead of me are going to be, like any draft, drafting the exact guys you want. So I feel good. It was a fun show.
And there's 12 teams, you said, in it? Okay, so 12 teams, 8th spot. Dude, I'm excited. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to see your team and who you got. When is the selection show, just for all our viewers out there to make sure to tune in?
So you mean the draft?
Yeah, sorry, the draft. I apologize.
Yeah, so it's not this weekend, but the following.
Okay, it's the following weekend. All right, awesome. So all our viewers out there, tune in September 6th for the Inside the Hashes Fantasy Football Draft. It's going to be a really good one. It's going to be some exciting and some weird picks. And I also want to mention, we are now on Twitch at /Inside the Hashes. If you guys want to watch us on Twitch, great streaming platform, along with, Twitter. And you could also watch us later on Spotify as well. All right, guys. We got a news rundown today. A couple things have been happening on camp recently. Bryce Love, which we talked about last episode, he's getting reps at running back 2 right now. So especially with the departure of the head coach right now, because he has cancer, we will see what happens, and if maybe the replacement. Do you guys know who the replacement is right now? Is it
Jack Del Rio?
Yeah, so we'll see. Maybe he likes Bryce Love right now, and he's getting those reps at running back 2. So that's definitely something to note. Also, in other news, Kenyon Drake is in a walking boot. Some people can see this as news that's not really relevant, or some people can see this as very serious news. I see it as very serious news. A walking boot's not a good sign for me, especially if this guy's going to get the bulk of the carries going into week 1, and he's already got foot problems. I'm looking at Chase Edmonds right now. I don't know about you guys, but he's running back 2 for the Cardinals, so I would keep a lookout for him. And the Broncos running back, which, Nate, you really talked about this with your sleepers and also your bus, but it's not certain yet who's the running back 1 for the Denver Broncos, which means Philip Lindsay could be getting those reps, and Melvin Gordon could be the running back 2. So head coach there still doesn't believe that he has a prominent running back 1 right now. So that's also something to look at too when we get closer to the start of the NFL season. And it's coming up. All right, guys. We're going to be starting our mock draft on Sleeper. We're going to have about 2 minutes a pick. Nate, you're going to be starting off with the first pick in the draft, while me and Mike, we're going to be more towards the middle. And here we go.
I can't wait to take your player right before you in the second round and the fourth round.
Is that why you went right near me?
I have the 8th spot in the ITH league.
Oh,
So,
okay. All right. So you just want to factor in. All right,
right.
that makes sense. I
Though it
really
won't,
should.
Right.
it's a 12 team versus 14, so it's only going to matter for the first pick. But
True.
I do want to take away your favorite player every other round.
Thank you. I really appreciate
Yeah.
that. Well, how do you know my
So-
favorite players? All
I
right,
have your
Nate,
list
go
in front
ahead.
of me.
So we all know last time what happened when I didn't get a
Yes.
chance to
Oh, I
pick
hope
my
it happens
player.
again. I
No,
hope it
not this
happens.
time, Mike. Not this time, Mike. We all learned a valuable lesson that day. So, do not auto draft. I'm going with the clear decision is Christian McCaffrey. I wanted to draft him last time. I didn't even get anybody close to him, if I can remember. So, Christian McCaffrey was an easy pick for me.
All right, and off the
I mean,
board, besides
Oh.
McCaffrey, we have Saquon, Ezekiel Elliott, Elvin Kamara, Clyde Edwards-Helaire at 1.5.
wow.
And I just want to mention, too, because it's PPR, so that's why he's probably factored so highly. And then Delvin Cook, and I'm up to bat. In a PPR league last time around this same place, I did have Michael Thomas. And he's still the best remaining player. This is a PPR
Oh,
league.
is he doing it?
We know how many receptions he gets. There's without a doubt in my mind, I'm going to be taking Michael Thomas. Just the best player available, best talent out there. I definitely don't want to take Derrick Henry in a PPR league because he's not that much of a passing back. All right, Mike, you're up.
Yeah, Derrick Henry is who the computer says I should take. I'm looking at Josh Jacobs there too.
You gotta take your guy.
I know. The only thing I'm debating is I'm debating Julio Jones at this spot
Really?
because of the PPR.
Wow.
But you're right. I do have to take Josh Jacobs.
Comment below, Alex saying Derrick Henry. We know he's not the biggest fan of him. All right, and he took Josh Jacobs, and after him went Derrick Henry, Kenyon Drake, Devontae Adams, Miles Sanders, Austin Eckler, Julio Jones, Joe Mixon, Tyreek Hill, Nick Chubb, Travis Kelce, the first tight end off the board, and Patrick Mahomes, the first quarterback off the board. Then we go Aaron Jones. Mike, you're up. And right now, looking at it, you have a couple good wide receivers, and you also got your guy Lamar if you want to take him.
Yeah, I feel like all these elite guys are. So, looking at this board, I did Lamar Jackson last time, and I would take him here if both Buccaneers receivers were off the board. But they're both there. So now,
They're
which
both
one
present.
do I want?
Mm.
Oh man, because you got Godwin, Lightning in
It's
a
fun.
bottle there. Mike
They have
Evans.
Godwin ranked a little higher than.
Yeah, I think I am gonna go with Godwin.
All right.
Okay.
Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a safe
Chris
pick.
Godwin, we think the better of the two wide receivers.
I could be wrong there. For sure, I could be wrong.
Well, that's why it's called a mock draft, right?
Exactly. We can make mistakes and be okay with it.
I hope I don't have to make that decision in the ITH league. Like where both Godwin and Evans are on the board. I hope that decision is made for me.
Well, up to bat for me, I have the option of taking DeAndre Hopkins, Kenny Galladay, or Mike Evans at wide receiver. The one that I like the most is I'm just going, again, based off of pure talent and also red zone targets and red zone percentage of being satisfactory. And that's DeAndre Hopkins. I know he's on a different team, but I really think that he can produce to the same degrees in Houston. So I'm taking DeAndre Hopkins with my second pick. And George Kittle, Lamar Jackson went, James Conner, Le'Veon Bell. All right,
it's gonna be tough.
Nate, what are you thinking about right now? It's rough with 14 teams right now.
Well, I do like the quarterbacks that are still on here, but I'm oh my gosh, I really want a running back. I was looking at Lamar Jackson, with Mike when he was like he's a quarterback plus. That's sat with
quarterback
me
plus, yeah.
through a long time, and I was thinking, I was like, he really is a quarterback plus. Boston Scott's a good choice. I might have to take that risk. But I want to go another running back, but you know what? The receivers are getting all the receivers to be gone. So I'm going to be I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to take Mike Evans. I'm going to be the other guy and take that other receiver that's there in Tampa
That's
Bay
a good
with
value pick at 28 right there.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
2 rounds in. That's almost a third round. Getting Mike Evans, that's a good pick.
yeah. I want to go for another wide receiver. I want to feel good with my wide receivers, and I'm going with Adam Thielen.
That's
Really
I like
strong.
Adam.
interesting.
I like
Interesting.
Adam Thielen.
Explain.
I like Adam Thielen a lot. So Adam Thielen, ever since Stephon Diggs left, I believe in deep down in my heart, he's going to get the most reps at the wide receiver position. I know they just drafted a receiver, but Adam Thielen is a proven self receiver. I think he was actually underrated for a couple of years. He wasn't looked at as one of the top receivers, and Kirk Cousins, he does like Adam Thielen. I know they had a little bit disconnection, here and there, but they solved that, and I think Adam Thielen's a strong pick. So
respect. Well, we got Chris Carson off the board, Allen Robinson, David Johnson, Amari Cooper, Todd Gurley. It's fallen to me. I think I picked 2 excellent wide receivers, but I really need to get to a running back because there's not much left. And I'm going with the best possible running back, I think, with the amount of carries that he's going to get. I know there's contract disputes, but yet again, I still believe in my man, Leonard Fournette. He's great running the ball. And he could take the pounding and, not get injured as much. So I'm going to take my guy, Leonard Fournette. All right, Mike, you're up.
Yeah, I would have taken him if you didn't. So notch one on your belt for the stealing category.
Goes both ways.
I know. Maybe next time. So I'm looking at a bunch of really good wide receivers, and then the running backs that they have at this point are uninspiring at this spot. Eesh.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have gone running back second round now, looking at the wide receivers right now.
Yeah. So I still have that feeling where I want to take a running back just to get one. So I'm going Ingram here.
Mark Ingram.
Yeah, I know they drafted a rookie, but he's still a great player, and he's the leader of that team. So I still think he'll get his opportunities. Third round's probably a little high for him, but I like him. So
you need that second running back, and it's okay to reach on that. And it's predominantly a rushing offense. How do you like Jonathan Taylor going in the third round? He just got picked.
Wow.
We just have DJ Moore, Mark Andrews, Melvin Gordon, Odell, Jonathan Taylor, DJ Chark, Juju, Robert Woods, Calvin Ridley, Cooper Kupp, David Montgomery. Man, I really wish he came back to me.
I was staring at him.
Mike, you are up again. You have 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver. Who are you going to pick?
I was debating this guy too, the guy that they have up there, Devin Singletary. I was debating taking him too with that pick. So I'm gonna consider this a twofer, and I'm gonna hop on him real quick there too.
Come
you did
on,
it to
man.
me. Third or fourth round, you stole one of my picks. I was definitely considering taking him.
Yes, tied. We're tied.
We are tied right now on the locks. Now, here's the thing. I really like 3 wide receivers right now showing up. I'm not going to list which ones because I don't want Nate to pick. So I'm hoping that one of those comes back to me. So I think I definitely have to take a running back right now. And looking at it, it's pretty much rookies and then also some, picks. This is also PPR too. I really know Mike doesn't like Kareem Hunt, so I don't want to get yelled at for picking him.
You'll get more than yelled at. You'll get more than yelled at. You'll get the fingers. I told you.
But you know what? The guy got
a reconstructed.
You got a new contract. He's still on a offense that will definitely give him the opportunities in the running game. We know Kyle Shanahan's going to give it to him. I'm fine with 14 teams. I'm picking Raheem Mostert as my second running back. Not the best running back too, but he's the best available at the spot, so I'm taking him.
I feel like we're all reaching. We're all reaching it for this 14.
I want positions, not really like value right now.
Right, yeah.
And it's difficult.
That's rough.
Especially in a 14 team.
All right. AJ Brown, Keenan Allen, Ronald Jones, Zach Ertz, and Tyler Lockett. All right.
So
Nate,
I definitely want another running back before they all start going. So no, I'm not taking Kareem Hunt. No, thank you.
Wow, we're just gonna skip on him.
Actually,
grab him
the
up
guy, I may raise some eyebrows with this one because somebody's
right.
like, well, why don't you take someone a little younger? But I'm going to raise some eyebrows and maybe even get Mike's attention, who he claims is still the best running back in the entire football league. And I'm going to go with Adrian Peterson.
Wow,
That's awesome.
I'm
That's
taking
awesome.
Adrian Peterson.
too.
That's awesome, dude.
Holy
This is a
cow.
complete 180 from last time.
What's his ADP right now? His ADP.
It's ADP.
It's definitely. I think it's
just-
like 13th round. So that is a
right. Yeah.
All right.
So
If you
it's a
believe in him,
stretch, but for some people, he's still getting the ball in
Dude,
Washington.
I support it.
And
I support it.
But I'm gonna do this
All right.
to
What's your
Mike,
back-to-back?
I'm gonna take Darren Waller.
That's a great pick.
Oh,
That's a great
value pick. 5th round.
Now, some people are probably like, oh, you're just kissing Mike's butt today. It's like, no,
I know.
it's just
Yes, you definitely are, and I love it.
Kissing his
I
butt
love
today.
it.
What's going on?
no,
Oh,
it's just
my
I'm looking
I
at most
really
of these
wish you went
picks
to me.
and
Off
yeah,
the
because I was just like
board-
looking at most of these picks and I was like, I
off
gotta
the
draft
board,
somebody. I
man.
gotta go
Right
for
now.
somebody.
Devontae Parker went. He was the guy that I was actually waiting for.
I know.
He was one of the top producing wide receivers last year
Yeah.
that people kind of just don't look at because Miami Dolphins weren't that good last year.
I
So
definitely think he's really low. He's really low.
he is
in my
valued
opinion.
pretty low, and I guess I can go with one of my second other options. Looking at it, I'm really high in this guy too, and I picked him in the other draft. I'm gonna go with Speedy Hollywood Brown. I think he's gonna have
That's
a
a
more
good
productive year.
that's solid.
Second year, I don't think he's gonna slump. I think that offense is too good, and I love having him at that flex position. So I'm taking him at my wide receiver 3. All right, Mike.
I'm surprised that this guy's still here. Had a great year last year with a rookie quarterback, Cortland Sutton. He's a
Yes.
big guy, developing offense. Oh, quarterbacks are going now.
Wow.
Yeah,
But
quarterbacks
I'm
are flying
happy.
off the board.
I'm happy with that pick.
Yeah, Cortland Sutton's a good value pick right there. The guy's massive. He's just physical, tough. I really
can
want him
reach
to
for that ball,
succeed. I
can't he?
have him in Dynasty. A lot of people are kind of low on him because of the new additions with Jerry Jeudy, but always adding another target always allows him to open up in the offense and get his targets. So we have Russell Wilson, Dak, Kyler Murray as quarterbacks, Cam Akers, James White, J.K. Dobbins, Jordan Howard, Marlon Mack gone, and Stephon Diggs and A.J. Green gone. And then Hayden Hurst just went before Mike. He's up on his pick. He has 2 running backs. Or sorry, I apologize. 2 wide receivers, 3 running backs. What you got, Mike?
I feel good about my squad right now in this 14-team league.
I agree. It's gonna get nasty later on, though.
I have 3 running backs I wouldn't mind starting. I have 2 receivers that I'm super confident in. Though looking at it now, if I face the scenario again, I'm going to take Mike Evans instead of Godwin. But do I look at a quarterback here? I do, and Drew Brees did it for me last year, man. And I don't mind the age. I think the offense is suited for him. They're in a dome. I'm into it.
All right, I like that
pick.
pick. And that's more like it, where I like the quarterback going, and he's an excellent quarterback, so that's a good value pick. All right, I am up. I got 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Looking at the running backs right now, I'm not really in love with any of them, and I think one could come back to me. Also, wide receiver though. Honestly, like looking at it, a lot. Even, I don't know about Michael Gallup. He could be a nice wide receiver 4. I'm not really sure if I should strengthen my running back core. I'm afraid one of them will go. So we talked about this guy, and I think he actually will do very well in PPR. I'm going to pick Philip Lindsay. I think eventually he's going to become running back 1.
That's a great spot. If you're in that position and you're looking for a running back, yeah, I'm with you. I think that's a great pick. And then what you said, again, Nate, when you were like Jarvis Landry's still on the board. You
Yeah.
get all my gold stars if you pick Jarvis Landry here. All these picks are amazing. Your team is gonna destroy the league. I love your squad.
I'll be honest with you. I get happy with the guys that I picked that I feel comfortable with. I mean, some can come back to hurt you, but I drafted 2 wide receivers. I need a quarterback, and I'm scared if I don't take a quarterback now, they're going to start going. They're going to start going.
Yeah.
So Matt Ryan, you know what? I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to take Tom Brady.
Yes.
He says Matt Ryan. You know what? Nope, not Matt Ryan. Tom Brady.
No, I was like Matt Ryan's still on there, but looking at what Tom Brady surrounded by, why not? So
I think we lost Nate. We lost you on the mic connection. We can't really hear you that clear. I don't even think he could hear us right now. Mike, while he's picking,
hold on, I'm great at lip reading. He's saying that Mike told me that this is the best player available. I always listen to Mike. That's what the last 5 picks were about. So I'm just going off the guru, Mike. And
he picked
he's
Jarvis
the best.
Landry. There you go.
Yeah, so that's what he was saying basically. And I approve of it for sure. The guy's great. He's really starting to get it, Nate is really starting to get it.
We're just going to have Mike talk for Nate for the rest of the episode so we can't hear him. So, Mike, you have to tell me what he's saying exactly every time that he's talking.
Oh, I'm in, dude. I am so in.
So, while we're waiting for the picks, Mike, do you think Jarvis Landry would do better than Odell this year on the Browns?
It's a coin flip. They could have very similar stats. They're both... You always want Odell to do more than he does, and maybe he will, but you can't double them both. So whoever had a big game the week before, the other one will probably have a big game. Like, you can't double them both, and they're both elite number 1 wide receivers. So I think it's a great pick. Man, his squad is on fire. Nate's squad.
Oh yeah, I'm still skeptical on Adrian Peterson, but
yes, we can hear you
the
now.
rest of it.
All right, good.
All right, I'm up to bat. I'm looking. There is a tight end that I think will come later to me, and he's still down the road, and I still think he's going to produce. So I'm going to try to pick up another wide receiver, and looking at everything, see, I was going to say Emmanuel Sanders, but to viewers out there, don't make the mistake. Look up your draft. I have Michael Thomas. I'm not doing that. I'm going to pick
draft the people on the same team.
What if he gets injured? Then you have a great handcuff. I don't mind it if you did it.
I mean, it is a high octane offense. So
it's like a 50-50 coin flip.
Yeah, it honestly is. And I took this guy last time, and very consistent player. Why not have a consistent guy on my bench or a flex spot? I'm going to take Marvin Jones. The guy produces every single year. He's going to have great chemistry with Matthew Stafford. I'm going to take him as my wide receiver 4. All right, Mike, you're up.
You alerted me that the tight ends were going, and they are.
They are going.
You can wait. Mike, wait. There are some good ones still left.
Yeah, there are. You're right. There are.
There are.
So, looking at who's on here. Yeah.
Mike's luck, they just all getting drafted after him.
Yeah,
all of them. Back and forth.
I don't see the value here for anyone else. So I am going to take the tight end that's probably a little overhyped right now.
Okay.
Actually,
I think I know you're picking.
Well, no, I'm going back on it because scrolling down, I see a guy that we talked about before in Jamison Crowder. And I like that. I think,
yeah.
He is, if he's their number 1 option, even if he's their number 2, getting him in the 7th round, I think is huge.
And you also picked a consistent wide receiver as well. So all 3 of us right now, I really like our picks. Those were kind of all steals for us in the 7th round, in my opinion, for having 14 teams. All right, Mike, you're up again. A couple running backs went.
Oh yeah, I don't have a tight end. I see some players here that might go off. Oh, this is a rough. Oh, it's getting down there.
We're just in the 8th, and all these guys are 10th, 11th rounders. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, all right. So I'm going tight end.
Okay.
I've got to do it. and I've got Drew Brees. I'm going double dipping here with Jared
Ooh.
Cook.
Oh,
I'm double
Oh.
dipping.
Good amount of
okay.
people are high on Jared Cook. You really feel like he's going to get a good amount of targets?
Well, former Raider, great.
Oh.
So
Amazing, spectacular. I'm
yeah,
definitely picking him.
Hall of Famer, always.
yeah, former Raider, great. So I'm into it.
No.
All right, I really like that pick. You guys are kind of worrying me. Like, do I need to pick a tight end, even though my guy is still down on the board? It's honestly, I'm reaching for one or the other right now.
My dog hates this pick. He hated it.
Oh God, who do I pick? It's like I don't want
He's
to
put his
reach
head
on
his
this guy.
shoulder. He's like, no.
He did not like
He's
that.
like,
I could get a backup
He's
running
tapping.
back. I'm not really liking my running backs right now. Wide receivers, it's honestly if I want to pick a rookie. So I'm actually going to reach on the tight end that I want, and I think he's pretty spectacular. I'm going with Mike Gesicki. I'm pretty high on this guy. He's just a general athlete, and I think if Tua gets involved in the offense, I think they're going to form a good chemistry. So I'm going with him as my tight end one.
Not bad. Not bad.
All right, Henry, Kerryon Johnson, Darius Slayton, Carson Wentz. Oh, Nate, you could have went Carson Wentz with your backup.
I know.
Henry Ruggs.
Definitely got to get another quarterback because then I go right again. Let's
The
see.
running
Let's
backs
see.
scare me right now, but your guy Boston Scott's still down there.
My guy Boston Scott's still down there. You were right. Now, let's
little
see.
shout out to
Let's see
Alec.
a quarterback. Yeah, I'm gonna go quarterback though. I just want to make that clear with everybody. And I'm looking at who's on this board: Stafford, Newton, Jones, Roethlisberger, Mayfield, Burrow.
Oh,
Wow. You know what? It's still a good amount of quarterbacks that were on this board.
yeah, you don't.
Two
need to
was
take a
on there.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need.
I don't think quarterback is too much of a worry for me. So I'm gonna go wide receiver. Talk about taking a dip here. If drafting an Eagle, drafting Jalen Rieger.
All right.
Sure.
Why not? He's going to be the only one to get receptions.
I was looking at no, actually, you're not going to be totally wrong on that. I was listening to him in camp, and Carson Wentz loves him. He loves them. So he says the way he just cuts in, his slants, they love everything about him. So if that's his favorite target, might as well take a chance. Still a mock draft, so
hopefully
we'll
with
see
that
what happens.
speed, he could do a little bit more than slants. But yeah, no, that's a good value
that's
pick.
what I was. Yeah, because I was looking at I was watching all their camp highlights, and I was like, oh, too many slants there. He is taking a lot of punt returns though. So
that is true. All right, man, you got 4 wide receivers, only 2 running backs. Are you thinking about a running back?
Yeah, I'm going. Wow. Oh my. I'm scrolling down. Down.
I really haven't been scrolling down. I've been looking at like the top 6 or 7 players, just checking like a good value. But if you want to reach for someone, man, highly suggest it.
Well, we were all talking about Bryce Love getting that number 2 spot, right?
We were.
Ooh, yeah.
Don't do that.
You're
literally taking all of my.
You know what? Listen.
Don't be his keeper.
You know what? No. I was just about to say it's not a good pick because he's at number 2, and you don't want the same player on the same team.
No, it's a handcuff. I say do it, man. I say do it.
You could.
No, you know what? I'm gonna go.
When there's 14
this is hard. 25 seconds. I definitely want to go running back. So,
I say do it.
You know what?
Do it.
Nah, I think.
I highly suggest.
I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Vaughn. I'm gonna go Vaughn on this. I'm gonna Keyshawn Vaughn. I think they're gonna split the. I think they're gonna try to split the reps. I mean, Bryce Love is not a bad pick, for anybody who wants to take a chance on him.
You lost me.
I lost Mike. You know what? I gotta let go of your hand sometime. So
and my quarterback went and my running back went. I always say wait for Matthew Stafford in this draft. I actually didn't get him, so that's quite disappointing.
Well, you know what? Like we said, there's still a good amount of quarterbacks up there.
I still can get a decent quarterback. You know what? I wasn't particularly high in this guy. He does turn over the ball a lot, but from his numbers of the games that he played, I really liked it. I'm gonna pick Daniel Jones. We'll see what he can do this year. I necessarily don't really want him as a quarterback one, but just looking at the other guys, I think he actually will do better than Baker and Big Ben. And he has mobility, so I'm going to pick Daniel Jones as my quarterback. All right, Mike, you are up.
How about Cam Newton being ranked higher than him?
I know. Cam Newton's putting in the work, so we'll see how he does.
There's a lot of players here, obviously. There's A.J. Dillon. You never know. It's like if you can steal A.J. Dillon from someone who wants to use him as a handcuffed Aaron Jones, I highly recommend that. Bryce Love is here. Oh.
Take him. Take Bryce Love.
Oh, I want to so badly.
Take Bryce Love. Do something I did not. And take Bryce Love.
All right. You're right. I'm going to do it.
Oh, Bryce Love off the board. All right.
Because you know what? Despite Adrian Peterson, despite Adrian Peterson, getting the reps and everything, if he's playing for that second spot, you never know. You never know in this league. So
you are back on the board. A couple defenses have gone. Duke Johnson, Tony Pollard went, and Christian Kirk and Deshaun Jackson. Really hope Jackson came back to me. That would have been a good value pick too. All right. What you got, Mike?
Yeah, so I probably would have taken Pittsburgh here. I think they're the best defense in the league. And I just said this last time, name the best players on the Steelers. Like the top 5, they're all defense. Their defense is so awesome. It's so stacked. So I would have taken them here. Since I didn't get them, I'll probably go back to offense. I really think I'm stealing your pick here.
No. Oh my God. You should have just went for a defense. All right.
Wow.
That's a good value pick.
That's the guy that Mike said he's more of a napper than a sleeper.
No.
He likes him.
Yeah, he's
you do like him. Okay, good. He is definitely a sleeper. That's awesome.
You know what?
Yeah, no, I think he'll do well with Aaron Rodgers this year. I do.
Looking at what I have, past running backs, you gotta love him in PPR. Alex shouted out many times on the comment section. I'm going with your boy Nate Boston Scott. Let's see what he can do this year. He's going to be a pass-catching running back behind Miles Sanders. If something happens, I would love
They're going to use him. I'm telling you.
I really hope so, man.
They loved him. They don't like his spin move, though. They say it's one of the worst they've ever saw. But they absolutely they really do like Boston Scott. They think he's definitely an underrated running back.
Well, I really hope you're right. Big Ben went, Sterling Shepard went, Anthony Miller, and the Buffalo Bills defense. You were up on the clock.
Yeah, so I want a defense because I feel like a lot of them are going soon. At least they're going to be going soon. So I'm going to actually take the Chargers defense.
Okay.
I feel go picking the Chargers. I don't think
best second. One of the best secondaries.
Yeah, if you're not going to get, the Steelers, like how Mike said, all of their top players are on defense at least. You want to go Chargers, So, and then going again, have a defense. I'm pretty good with that. Not too shy going quarterback again. I'm not.
All right. If you feel it, man.
Again, there's still a few good quarterbacks, but if I'm not feeling too good about Tom Brady, if I don't feel like he's clicking with his offense, somebody who I know will, I'm going to go with Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, Ryan Tannehill. We know you're high in Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, my dog is so upset he wanted me to draft. My supervisor here wanted me to draft him, but he's upset we don't have Ryan Tannehill. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, man.
From last episode, was he called the napper that Mike listed out? Was he a napper?
Yes, this was the napper. This was the napper because
he fell into columns of napping, but I feel like the true napper was someone else.
Looking at the list right now, I haven't picked a wide receiver in a while, and I would like to pick another one. I don't care that I'm reaching on this guy. I've heard a lot of great news about him and that he's actually getting targets to be wide receiver 1. I'm going with my guy Brashard Perryman on the New York Jets. He's getting a little hype recently, and I would love to have him on my bench. And I think that's a good spot to take him, even if I'm reaching, especially since Mike took Allen Lazard.
Sam Darnold likes him.
He does. He likes
He really
him.
does.
All
He
right,
really
Mike,
does like
you're
him.
up.
All right, in tribute to Alec, I'm taking Joe Burrow. I need a backup quarterback.
All right.
You know, the hype train is going with this guy. So
Alec, we need to know how you feel about this.
I'm happy. I'm happy with that as my backup quarterback, Drew Brees and him. So old and young, man.
Mm-hmm. You are up
You got
on
the best of
clock.
both worlds there, Mike. You got the best of both
Wow.
worlds.
A lot of wide receivers went. Couple tight ends. You get into the later parts. Only 4 picks left.
I can't believe this guy is still here. There's 2 really good tight ends here in Eric Ebron and Jack Doyle.
Yep. Yeah.
I know that they have a bevy of tight ends in Pittsburgh, and Eric Ebron has kind of disappointed people in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, I'm going Jack Doyle.
Yeah,
I want Ebron is probably the better player, but the murky history around his production. So I'm going Jack Doyle, and I'm happy about that.
You were high on him last episode.
Yeah,
so,
he was my sleeper. He was my sleeper.
He was. Guys, I just want to point out, can we do a 14-team league? Because all of our teams right now are really good. I did not expect this. I thought getting into the
Doyle's injured. Doyle is injured. I forgot about that one.
He was in the past, but I think he'll do good this year. But guys, our teams are looking good right now.
I'm actually very, very happy with my team. I know having the first pick can be a good thing and a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, all of them are looking pretty.
Yeah, your team is stacked. Yeah, now Jack Doyle is injured. I just looked it up. He did have a little injury, so that's something in your real draft. You're typing in to see if there's any super recent news. So I didn't do that, and I made a mistake.
That's true. And
Mike, wait! Did Mike just say he just made a mistake?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Is that possible?
No, he informed the viewers to not make the mistake. It's completely different. He just worded it differently.
I'm crossing my fingers. This guy's still on the board by the time he gets to me.
I'm gonna pick a hype guy that Alec likes as well that he talked about earlier, and I'm gonna pick Anthony McFarland for Pittsburgh.
This is a tribute to Alec special.
It is a tribute to Alec. Another running back that in the passing game can make some plays. I perfectly am fine with having him on my bench. All right, N'Keal Harry, Jared Goff, Eric Ebron, Tampa Bay Bucks defense. Who are you thinking, Nate, coming towards the end with, you only got 4 picks left, but you're on the turn. Still don't have
I need another
kicker or, a backup tight end.
Yeah, I don't. I need another tight end, and I'm so happy he's still here. I'm going with Dallas Goedert.
All right.
Philadelphia loved him, and they absolutely love him in Philadelphia. They split the ball between him and Ertz, and they're going to be giving him more reps as time goes on, as Ertz's age gets up there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
not sure.
I know they're making
the yards,
a contract and everything.
Yeah, and the end zone.
No, but it's a safe backup pick. I literally like Dallas Goedert. So, I'm going to go kicker.
Okay.
Why not? I'm going to go with.
Dude, Nate's team is stacked.
I'm going to go with Robbie Gould.
Robbie Gould, San Francisco.
Why not?
All right, it's high scoring offense. Why not? Can't really say much about kickers. I'm not really into them when it comes to fantasy. I feel
very comfortable about my team going into this. I feel like if one player's not doing good, the next will definitely pick it up.
Oh my God, Drew Lock went. I really wanted him as my backup quarterback.
That's fair.
LaShawn McCoy goes.
Just looking at everyone in the back, just from that funny video that you sent me on Instagram, Nate, with Gardner Minshew making fun of his fantasy profile.
Like, how dare you guys rank me this low?
I've taken him as my backup quarterback. The guy's going to be a starter, and when he was playing, he wasn't that bad. It's fine having him as a backup quarterback. I usually don't even take backup quarterbacks, but I'll pick him as one. All right, Mike, you're up.
Yeah, I can't believe this guy's still on the board here.
In the 14-man league, I'm very surprised a lot of guys were still up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what are people
Especially with all these
doing?
players.
We're pretty.
How is Larry Legend
Wow.
still on the board
That's a great pick. Oh my gosh.
in PPR?
Wow. That was a steal. I think that was a steal.
He is
Oh
one
my
of those
goodness.
wide receivers that just nobody pays attention to at the end too.
It's just because
You
of his
gotta
age.
find him.
It's
You gotta
all
see
this
him and
'cause
you gotta
of his
find
age.
him. All right, bunch of kickers went. Mike, you're up.
Yeah, and there's more wide receivers. So, I should have just taken running backs. There are receivers here that could really do a lot of damage.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
not wrong, bro. Looking at it.
But how many picks do I? All right, so I should choose a kicker and a defense, right?
Yeah,
what I
based
sh-
on
I
how
would
the
I would go
format
for
is.
defense. Yeah, I
That's
would go
what
for
I
defense.
should do, but I'll get them in free agency, and I'll take my boy Robbie Anderson.
That's not a bad
that's a
pick. I was
great
actually
pick.
looking at him. I was
That's
actually
a
looking
great
at him.
pick. A lot of notes have been listed out that he actually is getting a lot of reps to be wide receiver 2 and take Curtis Samuel's spot. They like how he's fitting into Matt Rule's offense, so that's a good value pick.
He was the best free agent wide receiver. I know that sounds kind of weird considering who is he, but he did well with the Jets. He's a great
did.
player. The system is the one that he's very familiar with there with the new head coach.
I agree with you. All right, I guess I'm gonna pick I need a defense and a kicker. Looking at everything right now and all the options that I have, people really do sleep on the Green Bay Packers defense, and they've added a lot of talent. And they have Zadarius Smith on the line. I'm going to pick the Green Bay Packers defense for my pick. Zane Gonzalez, a bunch of kickers have went. Joshua Kelly. Nate, who are you thinking? This is your last time. You got the turn, and that's it. So who are you thinking?
I want to go wide receiver again, and
Okay.
I'm really hoping this guy is on the board. I just really just testing out, the wide receiver area. So I'm gonna go Chase Claypool.
Nice.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
all right.
awesome. Dude, your team is so good.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like that
Thank
a
you.
lot, Nate.
I think I'm turning heads like Chase Claypool is in training camp. So,
well, this is what happens when you got the ability to draft now, man. It's good things will come.
yeah, yes, yeah.
There are there's so many running backs now, wide receivers that I'm like, all right, you know what? I could actually take this guy, but I don't know if we have to fill the format, which means I do need a kicker, so I can't do that. But Nate, you're up. Last pick.
I mean, last pick. Now let's see. You know what? Any tight ends up there? Any solid tight ends? Greg Olsen, Seattle. Yeah, pretty solid tight end. Not really too worried about that. Quarterback, I already have 2.
Don't sleep on Dawson Knox for the Bills.
That guy's such a monster.
Yeah.
That highlight
we always remember the Bills tight ends because they're good in fantasy.
Yeah, I got 2. I mean, I got solid running backs. I mean, at this point, it's just pick whoever. So, I'm going to go up on Knox. Nice. I don't think it's a bad pick. I think it's just a solid pick. So,
thank you for taking one of. I mentioned it. I'm glad you picked one of my guys. All right, so you're going to end on Knox.
End on Knox. I think my team is set for a winning series.
Too bad it's all fake.
Too bad it is all fake. Absolutely right.
And with my
I'm
last
still surprised
pick,
I took Adrian Peterson.
So good.
I need a kicker
at the number 4 spot.
Who do I think is gonna score more points just logistically? I'll just go with Dan Bailey. I think Minnesota will, score enough points and, sometimes get stopped because their passing game might not be as strong. So I'll go with Dan Bailey last pick. All right, Mike, it's your final.
So I don't have a kicker or a defense actually right now. And usually I just do matchup defenses.
Wow.
So whichever week 1 defense faces the weakest offense, I'll probably just pick them up available as a free agent. So I support going with your team's kicker, whoever your favorite team is. When you watch them, you can root on the field goals. So Daniel Carlson, he's a player in the NFL, and he plays for the Raiders.
I did not even know about him. Well, That ends our draft. Curtis Samuel, Kirk Cousins, Jimmy G, Brian Edwards, Danny Amendola, Teddy Bridgewater. Guys, we did it. 14 team. I honestly think our teams came better out this time in this format.
Absolutely.
Maybe for you guys.
Ironically. Oh, you don't like your team that much?
Well, no, my team last time was epic.
Okay.
I had both. I got Terry McLaren as a steal. I got Devontae Parker as a steal. Last time I killed it. This time Nate's roster is going to obliterate everybody.
Yeah, no,
I was
it's pretty. You need Adrian Peterson to show up. That's what you need, man.
You know, and that's exactly why I took Keyshawn Vaughn. You know, just in case. I think Keyshawn behind Ronald Jones. I think he'll be good. So, yeah. I mean, if not, Christian McCaffrey's right there. So.
Well, you know what? That concludes our episode. You guys make sure you check us out on Twitter, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube Live. Also check us out on our Twitter handle at Inside the Hashes. Also check out our website where you can listen to other podcasts, Air It Out, RPO, and make sure to catch the live draft September 6th. Am I right, Mike? For the Inside the Hashes fantasy draft. We will see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Thank you to all our viewers. Oh, and don't forget to vote in the comment section who had the best draft, or on Twitter later. We'll do a Twitter vote, and you guys can do it then. We appreciate you listening, and thanks.